Oh, man. Just to relax, just like chill out and enjoy what it gives you and just be around it as much as possible. The changing of seasons, like fall right now, it's just kind of, you get kind of sad that summer's over, but then you forget about the magic of fall and the cool air. So it kind of is like a subtle reminder of like throughout change, there's always something positive that comes with it.
Well, what important lessons have I learned from nature? Respect it, and it'll respect you back. Nature can be ruthless sometimes, but I mean, if you're going around, making life hard on yourself, nature will fight back. So nature's taught me, don't fight back. Just sometimes you just gotta embrace it. Right now, I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but I think I'm fighting something that's supposed to happen, and in reality, I just didn't let it go.
Mainly just to be present. I try to carry it over to my life. Does it always work? No. It helps that my life I'm a biologist, so I'm in nature constantly, so that's always nice.
To sit and kind of think introspectively about things, like it forces you to sit and consider where you're at. It's a natural environment. You don't have anything built up. You kind of sit and think about just natural things like yourself, and you don't have anything kind of pushing you one direction. You're just kind of, I don't know, it's nature. You're kind of yourself out there.
God, you put me on the spot here. I think we learn from nature is that nothing is forever, and it's kind of like, in essence, we need to protect what we have right now, because once it's gone, and you can try to, replenish it, but it's just, you have to kind of live with what you have, and like I said, if it's gone, it's gone.
I don't know, don't take things for granted, maybe?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
I think the most important thing I learned from nature is probably that it sustains us as humans, and we could take a lot from it if we take care of it.
Patience. Yeah, just being patient and waiting for the good things and admiring the small things. Yep.
Important lessons I've learned from nature. I feel like, being on the Appalachian Trail, I've really learned how to be resilient and kind of accept what comes at me. So I've hiked through a lot of thunderstorms, and I've had to deal with bear encounters and things like that, and just kind of learning to, I guess, be more in communion with it and accept it. And I don't know, instead of cursing the steep mountain, you just accept the challenge and you hike up it. And yeah, I don't know, it's been really cool being immersed in it for 4 months now. Coming back into society sometimes feels a little disconnected, so it's really cool having a different perspective on things now.
This is a tough one for me. I'm not totally all about nature. I mean, I like going on hikes and stuff, but a lot of the times I like to be out there for maybe 3 or 4 hours and then retreat back into my home. So I suppose one thing I learned from nature is just that, I don't know, it's a tough question for me. I guess, my experience with nature is really just hikes. So I guess hikes just, even if you got 4 miles left and you're exhausted, just keep going. You don't have to think about it too hard. Just one foot in front of the other. Eventually you'll make it to the end. You'll get to go home, so.
I've learned that nature is everything. Traveling and living in our car and everything like that while content creating and doing what we love to do. If you look out in nature, that's like the universal answer to anything you got problems going on with. And it's the universal healing if we choose that and if we step into that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so grounding and getting out in nature has been a lifesaver for us. Nature teaches us every day.
If you look out in nature, everything is abundant, right? Nothing out in nature is stressing and things like that. If you go out in nature, right, you feel like you got to get some bills paid and you don't know how and you're stressing out, you're not going to make it happen by trying to grind your way into it. But if you go out in nature and just relax, everything will come to you.
Yeah.
So
surrender. Nature will teach you to surrender.
Absolutely.
Stillness, quietness, it's very calming. It's a nice way to live. Slowing things down is nice. It's a nice way just to go about your day, I guess.
I don't know.
Just nature, as in human nature, or as in environmental nature? What lessons have I learned from nature? I guess that is something I take for granted. I don't really pay much attention to nature and the lessons that I've learned from nature. I'm a city kid, so how much nature do I see in New York City,
Yeah, I don't have an answer. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I feel like none. That's a bad answer, but I don't know.
Important lessons. It's unpredictable. Everything is unpredictable, and you can't map anything out. Nothing. You have to just take it. You never know when a natural disaster is going to happen. You never know when an entire pandemic is going to happen. So you just have no idea what's going to happen at all. So don't even try to plan ahead.
I think the most important thing I've learned from nature is to take a step back, that it doesn't really matter what all's going on in your life, that it's okay to slow down and do things at your own pace, because I have a problem of trying to rush everything.
From nature, I've learned that everything can live the life cycle, be born, live a life, mature, die, but then be reborn again. And so as a person, you don't have to stay on one course for your whole life. You can do what you're feeling like doing now, and then if that doesn't work out, you can always reinvent yourself and do another thing.
Important lessons from nature is be in it. Be in it. And I think patterns are more important than we think. And pay attention to them. Everything is a pattern. And there's something really, really nice about the ones in nature. It's just satisfying on a whole other level. You can't just not be in it. It's part of who we are. It's part of what we do. And if you aren't around it, you're just like, why do I feel so weird? Why do I feel so sad? And it's like, no, you literally just need to go outside. That's it.
Just how to be balanced and find your center and just go with the flow.
I don't know. Just to I mean, a lot of people maybe don't appreciate nature the way they should be. So for me, also being in the nature, I appreciate it more, and also it makes me feel more peaceful. I guess.
Me too. I feel like my best self when I'm hiking and I'm in nature and looking at birds and plants and lakes, mountains.
It's just that sometimes simple things are the best things. If you look at a tree, you can see so much stuff in it, or so much that gives me, I look at it and I'm like, wow, that is what nature can do. And it's crazy. It helps us to improve.
And I would say live in the now and enjoy the time, and just maybe look at the sun and be happy. And
To be still and present.
Sane. To stay sane. I don't know. Right?
Humility. I love nature. And what I've learned is that we are really pretty much small pieces of nature. When you're in a national park and you're looking out and you just see so much beauty and so many animals and plants, you realize how insignificant as one person you really are. Well, actually, the time that I feel it the most is when I'm looking up at the stars, which I consider part of nature. And each one of those stars is a galaxy, and I just realize how small we are. That's when I see it the most. But if I am at Yosemite and I'm looking out over the valley, and I just see how vast it is, I realize how I'm really a piece of the overall ecosystem, and it's really not my world, but I'm privileged enough to be passing through this world at this time, and I'm humble from that experience.
Life is beautiful. Take things as they are, and take time to look at the beautiful things in life before they pass you by.
Yeah, definitely it's helped me learn to take care of the earth more. As you see how beautiful nature is, why would you want to go away, if you know what I mean? So that's really what I've learned from nature.
about anything can be restored, or God can restore anything. You look at forest after it's burned in a forest fire, and a year later it's back and it's vibrant again. So sometimes life feel like your life's burning, but anything can be saved.
A lesson about nature. Well, I mean, I always think about the power of God in nature because, you know, the hurricanes, all of these huge natural disasters, but then God, he brings the flowers up every spring underneath the snow, and he's created this beautiful masterpiece. So yeah, I just the power of God, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I think to slow down.
Yeah,
Enjoy the view.
just enjoy what's going on at the moment, to keep your eyes open, to always look for something, because you never know what's right around the corner. And it could be something so small or something really big, but there's always something amazing out there. You just have to be open to it.
There's a bug on the mic. This is kind of basic. Probably just like respect, you know, not the environment, but like, you know, when you go on a trail or whatever, it's kind of annoying to see trash and stuff. So probably just respect, you know, what's already here, leave it how it should be. I don't know if that's like a lesson learned. Luke, you got it?
That's good. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, respect it. I don't know.
From nature. I actually spoke about this with someone the other day. Well, I think in our world where people are becoming increasingly dependent on technology, I think it's important to sometimes step away from technology and recognize how social media, for one, and like one example, can like shape you. And it's important to sort of, I mean, when you sort of put your phone on airplane mode or you do something otherwise than like look on your phone, you can really sort of appreciate nature. I think it's one of the reasons why like we're in Asheville, we're in North Carolina, because we're visiting from somewhere else. So it's nice to appreciate like the greenery that's around. I went to see the Biltmore Gardens. That was really nice to explore. So yeah.
Well, I'm an outdoor recreation major from Georgia Southern University, man. So I'd have to say land ethic. You know, never leave a spot that you occupy dirtier than what you found it. Actually have it cleaner than what you found it. So, you know, other people can actually enjoy the same thing. Yeah, it's very important. You know, I try to teach her about that stuff. You know, we go out to state parks and stuff a lot, and it's important, man. Land ethic. This world's kind of gone to shit, you know, and people really don't give a fuck anymore. So, yeah, man, we gotta preserve what we can, right?
That you can't do things against it. If you do negative things to nature, nature will, do negative things to you.
Not to abuse it, and cherish it, and honor it at all times.
That beautiful things take time. Like big
I
trees
agree.
and stuff.
Yeah.
They take a long time to grow, and they're really beautiful.
I would agree with that one. Sorry.
That's a good one. I guess like persistence, like animals, they continue to persist all the time, I would say. It's a big one. How about you?
I don't know. I feel like when you talk about nature, I guess you think seasons and everything changing. So I guess that's pretty nice how everything changes but it eventually comes back.